This might be the funniest thing that I saw from week 2 of the NFL season. Travis Kelce and other Chiefs players were wearing t-shirts that say, "Free Rashee Rice." Bro, from fucking what? His voluntary jail stint? His at your own pace jail stint? The suspension from the NFL that he agreed to? These guys know that Rashee Rice pleaded guilty, right? It's not like he's Reuben Hurricane Carter sitting in a cell for a crime he didn't commit. Rice admitted he did it, and we got it on video. And we got pictures of him fleeing the scene. Free Rashee Rice as much as we should free Thanos. We all saw him do it. Wearing those t-shirts is such a loser mentality. It's like you came into the game going, well, we're pre-prepared for our excuse to lose. We don't have Rashee because the commissioner of the NFL is mean to us, so we're going to lose this game because, we need our receiver back. Rashee Rice accepted the suspension, probably because he knew that if he waited for Judge Robinson to make the ruling, which was supposed to happen at the end of October, I believe. If he would have waited for Judge Robinson's ruling, the suspension would have been longer and potentially going into the postseason. So Rashee took a plea deal. He agreed to the suspension. He could have waited, could have taken his chances, could have appealed it if he didn't like whatever Judge Robinson would have decided. These t-shirts make as much sense as when WNBA players came to the All-Star game wearing "Pay Us What You Owe Us" t-shirts in a league that profits negative $40 million. The owners are sitting there like, how about you guys pay us? But, hashtag free Rashee Rice. So apparently during the Dolphins game, there was a GoFundMe page that funded a flyover that flew over the game with the sign saying, "Fire Greer, fire McDaniel." So Dolphins fans want the GM and head coach fired. I think they should get another GoFundMe going for a flyover that says "Cut Tua." Give me that hack Tua, like hack, like cut. Get it? No. Geno Smith gave Raiders Nation the full Geno Smith experience. Week 1 has you thinking, hey, this guy could take us to a Super Bowl. 70% completion rate, over 360 passing yards. Week 2, Raiders fans are going, what do the Falcons want for Kirk Cousins? What do the Giants want for Jameis Winston? Maybe we go that route. Screw it at this point. What do the Browns want for Shedeur Sanders? Geno throws a beautiful football, just doesn't always put it in the right place, especially when the game's on the line. I mean, look here. It's 4th down, late in the second half. Gotta convert. Geno takes a sack on 4th down. You can't do it. Can't have that. Can't take a sack. Raiders get lucky. They recover a fumble. Okay, offense has got the ball back. Find themselves in a 4th and 5, and Geno throws the ball away on a 4th down. On a 4th down, Geno Smith throws the ball away. On a 4th down. Like, the down that's after 3rd, there is no 5th down. 4th down, Geno throws the fucking ball away. You can't throw the ball away on 4th down. I'm so happy he's the Raiders' problem, not the Seahawks' problem anymore. Raiders fans are getting the full Geno experience. You're going to have weeks that are really great, and he's looking like an MVP candidate, and then you're going to have weeks where, in plays, where he does stupid shit like this. It's going to have you pulling your hair out, wondering, what the hell are we doing? He does have the coldest post-game line of all time.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though.
If the Bears say, hey, you know what? This isn't personal, Fox. None of your people are welcome here. Well, what do you mean? This is just Tom Brady issue? No, they all work with him. Anything they hear or see, they can say to him. He's going to pick stuff up.
I've been making this argument for over a year, and it takes people to actually see it before they can finally recognize what the problem is. Tom Brady working for Fox as a broadcaster and being a partial owner of the Raiders is a clear conflict of interest. When he's preparing to cover a game, Fox sends people to the two teams that are involved in that game. Normally, the analyst, which is what Brady's job is, the analyst goes and meets with the team. Well, because he's a partial owner, the NFL passed specific rules to Brady where he's not allowed to go and do a pre-production meeting with the team. Brady still gets told things ahead of time. He still finds out, like, okay, what are they thinking for this game? He still hears it from other people at Fox. They're just not going to tell Brady anything ahead of the game. Fox has the Commanders versus Raiders game this Sunday. If Tom Brady hears anything about what the Commanders are planning, you don't think as a partial owner of the Raiders he's going to have any interest in sharing that? I mean, hell, he was in the coach's booth on Monday night. The coach's booth. He wasn't in the owner box. He was in the coach's booth with a headset on. You think he's not going to give whatever information, whatever advantage he can to Pete Carroll to try to win as many games as he can? He'd have to. It's a part of your duty as an owner. That's being a responsible owner. If Arthur Blank learns anything about what the Panthers are planning to do this week, he should absolutely pass that on to Raheem Morris and the coaching staff of the Falcons. That's a part of his responsibility as an owner. Do everything you can to help your team win. That's your responsibility. Tom Brady, as a partial owner of the Raiders, cannot be in sports media. It's an insult to journalism. This is a bad look. Tom Brady sitting in this booth, acting like, oh, well, I'm just a part of the staff, and I call a game. No, pick one. Be one or the other. It's not Fox's responsibility to make sure that the integrity of the NFL is maintained. It is Fox's responsibility to make sure that their journalistic standards are maintained. As far as Fox is concerned, well, we've got a Raiders insider. He works for us. So as far as Fox is concerned, there's no problem with Brady working for the Raiders. This is on the NFL and the NFL owners. And the NFL owners need to get together and make a determination. This was a problem they started last year when they all voted on it. And they decided, hey, we're going to just set a specific set of rules. Tom can't criticize the officials. He can't meet with teams before games. He's allowed to be a partial owner and be a broadcaster. No, you guys absolutely should not have done that. I don't know what you do to get out of it now. Do you, as owners, all get together, and Mark Davis would hate it, but the rest of you all get together and offer to buy Tom out? Is that the way out of this? I don't know. Or offer Tom enough money or enough ownership stake in the Raiders that it makes him willing to leave his deal at Fox? Do you work out a deal with Fox to buy him out of his contract there? I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but Tom Brady doing both is a very bad look for the NFL. Here's what we learned in week 2 of the NFL season. Ball hit landing zone, ball is live. During the Seahawks versus Steelers game, the Seahawks kicked off after scoring a field goal. Ball lands in the landing zone, rolls into the end zone. Steelers kick returner Caleb Johnson, who is a rookie to be fair, seems to not realize that it's a live ball. He just kind of stops. Seahawks running back George Halani jumps on top of the ball, touchdown Seahawks. Go Hawks, love to see it. But you can't have it if you're the Steelers. This is only the 4th time in NFL history that a team kicking off scored a touchdown on their own kickoff. It's only happened 4 times. And look, I kind of feel for Johnson. He's a rookie. In college, that would have been a touchback. In college, that is a touchback. On the other hand, you're a kick returner in the NFL, dude. You got to know your job. You got to know the rules. And all of the other special teams players in the NFL should be very grateful to Johnson for screwing this up, because I bet you there are 32 NFL teams that in the film room this week, they are showing this play. And the next thing that we learned this week is that Giants players can win football games, just not with the Giants. Indiana Jones is 2-0 as a starter since leaving the godforsaken G-Men for the Indianapolis Colts. Saquon Barkley was in the MVP conversation last year and won a Super Bowl. The funny thing about the Giants is it doesn't matter what you do. Russell Wilson can throw for 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, score 37 points, and still not win. And, let's put accountability where accountability is due. Russ, once again, throws a game-losing interception. That has to be so stressful for Brian Daboll right now because he is so screwed. By starting Russell Wilson in that game against the Cowboys, and then after he plays the way he played, you're stuck starting him for at least 2 more games. So you're going to have to start him against the Chiefs on Sunday. They're probably going to lose. Then you're going to have to start him against the Chargers a week after that. Probably going to lose. Game after that is the Saints. That's going to be your last good opportunity to insert Jackson Dart, because after that, the schedule goes Eagles, Broncos, Eagles, 49ers, Bears, Packers, Lions. The Giants might win 2 games this year. I'd be impressed if Daboll even makes it to the end of the year. I'm expecting him fired by week 10, and I've said that a few times. Here's my favorite thing that we learned in week 2. Shedeur Sanders reportedly turned down the chance to be drafted by the Ravens. According to Adam Schefter, the Ravens were planning to take Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round at pick 141. Sanders caught wind of it, had his people reach out to the Ravens or leak it to the Ravens, somehow get message to the Ravens. I don't want to get drafted there because you guys have Lamar Jackson, so I'm not going to get the chance to start this year with Lamar Jackson. You're not going to start this year behind Dylan Gabriel and Joe Flacco. Right now, Shedeur Sanders is 3rd on the depth chart. When Deshaun Watson comes back, he's 4th. Shedeur Sanders thinks that he's way better than he actually is. But it's not even his fault. I mean, Colorado retired his number after the best he did for them was get them ranked 25th. Mel Kiper Jr. is out here screaming that Shedeur Sanders is the next Tom Brady and he's going to be great and he's the best player and blah, 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 blah. even though he's clearly not. Of course, Shedeur Sanders thinks that he's starting material. Of course, he thinks he's going to be the best player in the NFL. Everybody keeps hyping him up like he is. 32 general managers in the NFL say he isn't. Not yet, anyways. That's all I've got for you guys for week 2 of the NFL season. Please remember to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. I'm Seattle Mike on the mic. I'll see you guys next Wednesday.